So I woke up this morning. I stayed at the hotel with my parents. My parents were in town. My dad's still in town till Friday. My mom and my sister were leaving this morning. Got a car now.
You have a car?
I have a car now.
But you walked here. I watched you walk here. But you have a car.
Yes.
Why did you walk?
Because I'm not allowed to drive. And plus, my dad's using the car right now. You can't drive on campus. Like, you can't go to main campus if you live in the dorms.
You can. It's just not recommended. Like stop signs. Like, it's just a recommendation.
It's a recommendation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I take an Uber from the hotel back to the dorm because my dad's got to use the car to drop my mom and my sister off at the airport.
Indeed.
So I get an Uber. I get back to my dorm. I get ready for work. This is like 7:30 in the morning, right? I'm going to be late, so I'm like, screw it. Let me order another Uber. I order another Uber to go to the rec, and I open up the door. There's 2 dogs in the back seat. And I was like, oh, sorry. And she was like, no, Uber for Aiden? And I go, yeah, why do you got 2 dogs in the back? She was like, I don't know, it makes people happy. And I was like,
dude,
that's fair.
Does.
I was like, that's
I would
sweet.
lose my mind if I was
I
hammered.
loved it.
If I'm coming back from the bar, and there were 2 pups in the back seat, I would go ballistic.
Dude, it was
That'd be
great.
awesome.
I'd
It
be
was
so
great.
happy.
I got to hold a dog and pet a dog. It like full on like jumped on my lap, laid on my lap.
5
You know
stars.
those dogs love that. The attention that they just get from anybody that gets in the car. Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
then
a 5-star
went to
Uber rating
work.
right there.
Went to
Easy.
work, got home, threw on Look of the Irish, the Disney Channel movie. Threw on my
Great movie.
Celtic jersey and slammed a beer. So now we're here.
Wow.
That's Celtic FC. I have a better story.
Celtic.
I do.
Okay, go.
So I was in a McDonald's back in 22. Late night, we make our way to McDonald's, and this group of like 5 guys walks in.
Yeah.
And they're very eclectic group. They got some like an Irishman, a Scotsman, a couple of European guys. And they're like, where have you been tonight? And you know how drunk you have to be to ask someone in a McDonald's what they've been up to tonight? You have to be hammered. And they had been at the hotel lobby just drinking whiskey. But like they were creased. And so like we were talking to him for like 10 minutes. What do you do? And I'm like, oh, we're golfers. He's like, oh, this guy's a pro in Scotland. Oh, all right. Yeah. The guy comes up behind me. He's like, it's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. He's like, that's how you teach the ladies. I'm like, wow, this guy's crazy. So the other guy comes up. He's like, do any of you sing? And I'm like, no. And then like both my buddies point right at me.
Well, of course. I mean, you're a good singer. You got the voice.
So they're like, sing me a song. And I sang some song. And the guy cried. Like he must have been hammered. Gives me a hug and a kiss. And then the 5 of them break out into the Celtic FC song.
Celtic?
That one.
Yes.
Oh, it's a grand old team to play for. It's a grand old team, you say. And if you know the history, dude, it was just us in this McDonald's, a kid with a Supreme hat, recording the whole thing. The workers had all like hid in the back.
Yeah.
So the one guy's like, "Where's our food?" Like, and he starts like, "I'm going back," and he like goes behind the counter. And the other guy's like, "Yeah, it's right here." Like they've been doing this for like 30 minutes with us. And they're like, "Shoot, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here." But I do have a video somewhere of them singing the Celtic FC song.
Really? That's cool.
It's class.
That's a pretty dope one.
The other, this is why it's a good story. The one guy's like, "That guy's the best football player you've ever met." Okay. He's like, "Google me." His name was Adrian Heath. He's the coach for Minnesota FC.
Really?
Yeah. He played for Everton.
My grandpa used to play for Celtic.
Oh, I see
Really?
him.
Yeah.
I see him.
Adrian
Heath.
He was the goalie before he moved over to the
That's
States.
nails.
He's a current manager, or he was the head coach of the Major League Soccer Club Minnesota until October 23.
Really good. Yeah, I met him in the McDonald's.
He won 2 titles and an FA Cup with Everton. Yeah.
Class.
Very nice.
Sweet.
Oh, dude, he had a mullet. That's sick, dude. He had a mullet back in the day.
Oh, that's sick.
Dude, oh
That's
my
nice.
gosh. No,
good.
he goes, "Google me."
Google
It's a great
Google
shout.
me.
It's a really good shout.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But
I don't have a story, but last night I was at library and I seen a grown man on a date at library with a grown woman, and he was wearing a Kangol.
Oh,
Backwards.
a Kangol?
Like, like what? Oh, I gotta look it up. I just
What
gotta
is
show
a
it to
Kangol?
you. I gotta show it to you, dude. How do you spell this? He was wearing one of these. One of these things.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
yo, that's what my dad wears that all the time.
Dude, he had a pure white Kangol on, backwards, mind you. Crew neck.
Prison Mike style.
Crew neck, basketball shorts, like and one basketball shorts, and just like some Brooks sneakers on. And this was
That's
his fit
insane.
for his date at library. I was inspired.
Are you
and
sure this wasn't Prison Mike?
No, dude. And so me and the bartender are talking, and he's like, "Man, if that's what he wears on a casual Monday, I want to know what he wears on Saturday."
Yeah, the message here, ladies and gentlemen, if you're scared to ask someone out, if you're scared to go on the date, there's a guy wearing a backwards Kangol and one shorts.
Yeah.
And he's still pulling.
Yeah. I mean, anything's possible, dude.
Well,
That's a
Anything's
motivational start to the Pulse.
ladies and
Welcome,
gentlemen,
everybody.
happy St. Patrick's Day.
Woo!
This is episode 22, even though it feels like 25, because, fun fact, we've had to record this 3 separate times. This is episode 22 of The Pulse.
There's
nothing
quite
but
a bit
space.
of air to Hogan's left. There's actually no space over there for anybody else. As you might be, perhaps you're not. I'm not sure. Wondering why there's only the 3 of us. That is because it is from now on only the 3 of us. Alyssa's schedule was just a little too busy, and so it's just gonna be the 3 of us now. We're gonna do our thing, and it'll be quite all right. As Duffy said, we had to record this multiple times. We're a week late. We had some, we obviously had some. Fucking hell. We obviously had some personnel changes. We had some many technical difficulties.
We filmed in the Duff Cave in my dorm like 3 times, and all 3 times the camera just stopped recording.
The lighting sucked. The camera stopped.
The audio
was bad.
just stopped.
Yeah.
It garnered some terrible content, but it was a darn good time, fellas.
It was.
That was an absolute blast in the
Yeah.
Duff Cave. What a
Yeah.
time.
It was.
Maybe we'll try and get some kinks worked out, and maybe someday in the future. there'll
That's
be
good
an
for the
episode
soul
there.
being in there. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
real good for the vibes and the
yeah.
energy.
And how fitting that it is that the women's team officially has a invite to the WNIT with a first round bye announced today on St. Patrick's Day. So, I mean, if you're feeling lucky, they must be, because it's time for a championship run. It's not March Madness.
But it's still a tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the basketball team is going to keep playing, and they also have a chance to host a game in the second
Really?
round. March 22nd to 24th, they have a chance to host a game. So that's pretty dope. I think
That
that's cool.
would
You could
be-
see some FGCU basketball happening at Alico in March.
That
which
would be
is a little unheard
amazing.
of lately.
That would be amazing. I mean, that's something that the student body needs.
The student
without
body
a
needs
doubt.
it.
We need it. I feel like the Dirty Birds need it.
Of course, it won't be
and
a
the
free
players.
It
and
won't be
everybody need
free.
it.
You'd have to
No,
pay.
you have to.
You'd have to pay to get
Really?
Yeah, of
Even
course.
students?
Yeah, of course. It's not a FGCU game.
Yeah, I
it's
guess.
a
Smart.
NIT
I guess.
game.
I'll still pay. I'll go in.
Yeah, I would.
That
pay for
means that there's going to be even less people in there. But
Yeah,
I don't know
would
if we
pay
can
for
put that. But
I would pay for that.
there, hold on, because I heard about it on McAfee yesterday. There's a tournament. It's called like the Super Duper. Like it's got a weird ass name. Let me see if I can find it.
Well, especially just a shout out to Raina and to the ladies. Deserved, I think, a lot of potential with this team, and I think you've seen the ups and the downs, you've seen the highs and the lows, and this is a team that definitely, in my opinion, deserves an NIT invite. They got one, and so now you have the ability to get your players returning some more reps, get some more continuity within the basketball team, and it gives you a chance to go on a run, do what you can do.
That's exactly right. I mean, it's a long season, but it's really a short season. And
Oh, yeah.
for a new team with a new coach, I'm just happy that they get to have some more reps.
Yeah.
Happy to see them play more basketball and just do what they can.
It flies by. Before you know it, your season's over. And
I can't believe we're here.
Yeah, and we thought it was, but as it would appear, they're going to play the winner of Loyola Chicago and Norfolk State, which is played on March 21st. So the game that FGCU will play will be between the 22nd and the 24th, and they actually, like I said, have a chance to host a game, depending on who wins that. If Loyola Chicago wins that game, FGCU will host right here at Alico Arena. Norfolk State wins. Obviously, we will not host it. But, I mean, big opportunity to get another home game here, to get rowdy, for people to get in the stands. And I think, especially with it being a tournament game, I think it would be a little bit more packed than people realize.
Certainly. There's nothing like tournament basketball, right? Every single one of these players on all these rosters, they played tournaments growing up.
Yeah.
They played AAU tournaments. Tournament basketball, like with the NBA putting the NBA Cup in,
Yeah.
you get to see a different aspect to it and a different intensity.
And I hear that the women's team is not the only team going to play in a tournament, potentially get a title.
Really? Oh, I didn't understand the layup. Yeah, so the D2 men's hockey team here at FGCU, they're going to the national championship, and me included, I don't think anybody knew. I mean, I found out about it
yesterday.
I found out yesterday from my dad and my uncle. Or 2 days ago. I found out 2 days ago from my dad and my uncle. I walk into this bar that's in Cape Coral, and I sit down, and my uncle goes, "You and your friends on that show are a bunch of idiots." And I go, "What?" And he was like, "How are you not talking about the hockey team?" And I go, what are you talking about, the Everblades? And he goes, No. You're like D2 hockey team. I was like, because it's D2. But these boys
hockey's different.
They're good. They're
D2,
really good.
D2 in hockey's not like D2 in any other sport.
Yeah,
it's much different.
I started actually doing a bunch of research and everything on them. They're doing really fantastic, and they're all like relatively young. There's a bunch of boys from 2007 that are playing and everything. It makes me feel old.
Seven.
It makes me feel
world.
old. 2007.
That's not a real.
No, anything past 2005, you're a youngin'. But no, they're playing fantastic. They just beat Penn State. They're coming off of Penn State, and they're playing in St. Louis today, 3 p.m. Central Time. So whatever that is in Eastern.
That's
4 o'clock.
3 p.m. Well, 4 p.m. Eastern, yes.
Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern. That's when they'll be playing. And Emerson,
that's coming up in a half an hour.
Yes, half an hour.
They're on the ice right now.
Yeah, we might be recording while that's happening. Emerson, throw the score up right here. Congratulations if you won. If you didn't, it's still okay. You did great. There.
Yeah, they're playing the 8. No, they just did that a few days ago. It doesn't. Their schedule says nothing about who they're playing.
I know. Yeah, they're actually. I think they're playing OSU.
They just beat a few weeks ago. They beat Tennessee 9-0.
Yeah, dude, they're nuts. They're actually insane.
But
with
then
it.
they got smacked around by Northeastern, losing a combined 9-1 in 2 games.
They are playing. So FGCU,
killed Miami, Ohio. They killed Michigan State. Killed Minnesota. Killed UMass.
Here's an article. FGCU firing on all cylinders, advances to M2 title game with 6-2 win against Penn State. FGCU is back for revenge after easily handling Penn State 6-2. The Eagles will face off against Oklahoma State, in which sure to be an all-time classic M2 national championship.
Oh yes, I see. March 17th in St. Louis, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
I hate
Pretty
Missouri.
odd.
I hate Missouri
place.
so much.
Pretty odd place.
If you're from Missouri, I wish nothing but the worst for you. Honestly.
And if you're in Missouri and you're on the D2 hockey team, we wish all the best.
No, shout out. I said if you're from
Missouri.
Yeah. There's a reason that I call it misery. Nothing good coming from Missouri. Nothing good at all. And I know the Chiefs play there.
I was about to say.
For a long
you still got a couple
back
more
home.
years.
2031, they'll be in Kansas. They'll be on the Kansas side. Very, very good. But, dude, awesome for the hockey team. Why do we have no idea? Because FGCU doesn't promote its sports. Shout out you.
Yay.
Shout out Emerson.
But no, absolutely shout out the entire hockey team. We wish nothing but the best for you. Emerson, I know you probably put it earlier. Put the score right here again. Congratulations if you won. Don't worry.
Congratulations on a monster win.
Monster
the boys
win.
are hot as a pistol.
I know they're going to win.
Not stopping.
Billion
That
to
train's
zip.
rolling,
A
boys.
billion to zip.
All right.
Eagles don't. They always float. They always fly sky high.
That's right. Never
Let's
seen.
see.
They never sink.
What's Oklahoma State hockey looking like? Are they good? 23-1. We're 23-4.
Okay, all right.
23-4.
Not bad. We could still win.
They're 23-1.
We could still win. That's nutty. But
We have more points. I don't know what any of these things mean. Goals.
Harder things have came.
Yeah, no, we're above them in the standings. We're 3 in the M2D independent, and they're 4.
Okay.
Lindenwood's actually 1, and Oklahoma, and we beat them. We actually swept Lindenwood.
Okay, sweet.
No, we didn't.
Sounds like Lundenborg.
Actually, I think we did. I don't know.
Man.
Lindenborg.
The
I could
Borg.
do it.
Shout out the Borg.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've already gone on this rant about twice.
Do it again.
On recording. I've done it over probably a gazillion times.
I missed that call. Ding, ding, ding,
Off
ding,
camera.
ding.
Oh, the bell.
I'll bring the bell next time.
The bell.
I'll bring the bell.
We had a bell.
We had a bell. Anytime you did a good take, you get a ring.
Duffy had no rings.
That's not true.
Only when he complained about this.
Yeah. So I will take everything I said back about the Buccaneers
They
being a
suck.
good franchise in my entire life.
Ding, ding, ding.
You do not let Michael Evans leave his franchise.
Ding,
no.
ding, 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 ding,
That does not happen. And it happens every single time we have a good player.
They let
I
Mike
mean-
Evans walk, but kept Todd Bowles.
It makes no sense at all. It is like, why are we so obsessed with him? Why are we obsessed with Toilet Todd Bowles? It makes literally no sense. He is not even arguably, he's a bottom 3 coach in the entire league. You literally let Liam Cohen walk. If they had just fired Bowles and hired Liam Cohen back then, we probably would have done really well this past season, and Mike Evans would have never left. I am a very, 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 very firm believer that Mike Evans left on the sole purpose that Todd Bowles is still the coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I fully believe that it's a part of the curse, the Doug Williams curse. I mean, it is every single franchise player for the Bucs and face of the franchise has left the team besides like 2 or 3 of them. Like, you let Gerald McCoy leave. You let Warren Sapp leave. You let John Lynch leave. I mean, there's countless others that I could name, and I could go on forever, but it's ridiculous. And it's just so annoying because it's like he didn't even leave solely based off of the money. He left. He literally said it's not because of the money. He left on his own terms, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Every single person in the front office should be held responsible. I mean, I have always been a big believer in Jason Light, but after this, I don't even really think so. And for them not even to do that great on their free agency, I mean, I love the Anzalone signing. I love the Kenny signing. It was pretty decent signings, but it's like, when the hell is there going to be? There's been one amazing free agent signing in Tampa Bay Buccaneer history, and that was obviously Tom Brady. That was the only one. There has never been another time where we have gone out actually and splurged some money, especially in the Jason Light era. Tom Brady was the only one that he has ever splurged money on, and it wasn't even that much money. He just wanted to come there, and it's annoying.
It's the world's smallest violin. All this to say that Duffy's upset. The Buccaneers are a poverty franchise. And Mike Evans is now a 49er for the next 3 seasons, and I think he's going to thrive over there.
It's going to be one season. He's going to play one game, and he's going to absolutely shred his Achilles or his hamstring.
That's an awful.
What a
miserable
terrible
thing
thing
to
to
say.
I'm not hoping for it. I'm just saying it's going to happen.
I would never
every
say
single-
that about
every
someone
single-
that I pretend to love dearly.
Every single season for the last 4 years, he's been injured for at least 2-3 games.
So then why
it's his hamstring.
So I mean, why you can't be that upset he's gone now then?
I am.
He's an injured liability.
He's still amazing.
Yeah, but
I mean,
what value are you getting out of him if in 4 years he's missed 13 games? That's not very good.
He's still doing great. He
Great
was still
enough.
doing great
But is he,
besides
though?
this past
what
season.
What impact is he really having on the team? Because they're not winning playoff games. They're not getting to the conference championship. They're not getting Super Bowls.
And as the number 1 receiver, 1,000 yards if you're getting the ball thrown to you isn't the craziest thing. If he's due for regression, he just missed his first year on that streak.
Yeah.
What's to
but
say he's going to bounce it back?
Yeah. I mean,
Especially in
he's
San
old.
Francisco, where they've got those injury issues. They've got some turf problems, and they've got that that power
nuclear
center. Yeah.
power plant or
No. It's a transistor, I believe.
Transistor?
Something like that. Yeah, it's changing the frequency. It's bringing it down. Bring down that frequency.
Bringing it down. You know, this free agency, we talked about this before. We have to stop saying that. We've already talked about this. Okay.
We got to stop admitting our mistakes.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. Nothing went
Nothing
wrong.
happened.
We are
Nothing.
rolling.
There was zero technical difficulties.
Yeah,
This is
we
the
don't need
first
to-
ever
we don't
time
need
that
to
we are
admit to
talking about
mistakes,
Max Crosby.
ever. You need to-
The free agency, day 1 of free agency was spectacular and super crazy. It was the most ever money spent on day 1 in free agency.
$3 billion.
Ever in the history of the NFL. $3 billion spent in one day.
Mm-hmm.
And
Insane.
yet my gas is $4. I mean, it is what it is. But there were a lot of really, really good signings. Definitely some bad ones. Some teams making huge moves to improve themselves for next year. Some teams going all in and being in win now mode. Some teams tanking. And obviously, first, I want to talk about the fact that the Chiefs finally have a running game. Kenneth Walker comes to the Chiefs. Thank God. Kenneth Walker, 3-year, $42 million up to $45, and it's $29 guaranteed. Mahomes has never had a 1,000-yard rusher, and you wanted an explosive backfield. Now you've got it because Kenneth Walker can now take you from the 10-yard line to a touchdown in an instant. He can break away. He has the breakaway speed. He's a tough runner. He's a smart runner. The Chiefs haven't had this since Kareem Hunt in his first 2 seasons. They haven't had a runner like this. You pair him with Emari Demercado, the backup from Arizona, super explosive runner as well, averaged 7 yards per carry in his career over there. So you went from Pacheco and Hunt. You got a guy that can't read holes and runs into his linemen, and you've got Kareem Hunt, who's old and fat, old and slow, doesn't have explosive abilities anymore. Now you bring in a young Kenneth Walker, you bring in a young Emari Demercado, and then you have Brashard Smith in the backfield. You want to talk explosive? They just got super explosive. So I'm so excited about that.
There's a really old man on my right shoulder that wants them to run the flex bone.
Dude.
I want to see it. I want to see JF in the backfield. Justin Fields recently picked up.
Yes,
Justin
dude.
Fields.
Could you imagine that, the quadruple option?
Dude, yeah. I think the Justin Fields trade certainly came as a surprise. I expected us to get our typical, old man that has to stand in the pocket, is as mobile as a statue, backup signing, the Minshew's, the Henneys, the Moores,
got
those
really
kind of
good
guys, Blaine Gabbert even. And now we got Justin Fields, who I believe is going to be used in such a unique way in Kansas City.
Yeah.
I fully believe the quarterback sneak is coming back to Kansas City because we tried it once with Pat and he dislocated his knee after we did it one time. So that wasn't good. We've never done it again since. They were previously running direct snaps to tight ends instead of quarterback sneaks, and I hated it. It was awful. But now you have that ability. You have the ability to do what you're talking about. You have a triple option in the backfield where you have Pat snapping the ball, Fields to your left, Walker to your right, and you can even throw Demercado behind you or Brashard Smith. It is such an incredible array of options now that you have, and it brings a different
to Fields
level.
And throw a streak to Rice. Give me a break.
Right. It's
really scary stuff.
There are endless possibilities, especially with Andy Reid at the helm, and I can't wait to see them try something just so stupid against the Raiders.
That ring around the rosy.
It's going to be against the Raiders. Andy's going to just have this grand idea in his sleep one night. He's going to be eating his breakfast cheeseburger, and he's going to be like, I've got it.
His mustache is going to crawl over to his right ear and just whisper a little idea.
And it's going to be a reverse from Justin Fields coming this way. Pat grabs it, pitches it over, it gets thrown back, and one of them's going way deep. It's going to be really stupid. It's going to work on like a 3rd and 14 for a touchdown, only against the Raiders.
Yeah.
Though. Only against them.
You know what's one of the best stories I've heard that came out of Kansas City? When there was a janitor that had a play that he wanted to run by Andy, and he got it run by him, and they used it during one of the games.
Yeah,
that was
and
pretty
it worked.
cool. Yeah, and it worked.
Dude, there's genius all over the building.
You got it from the janitors to the CEOs at that
messed
franchise.
up. That's why they're so good. But the Raiders may not be as bad next year as we think, and definitely not as bad as they were this year.
The Raiders certainly will not be as bad.
Jets
they
might be.
made incredible signings
Splashed
on
the
day
first
one.
day. Totally.
Awesome signings. Bringing in, multiple defensive key additions. Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker, Kwity Paye, Taron Johnson. They re-signed some guys. They bring back Eric Stokes, and then they have I don't even know where I was going to go with that, but sorry. Then you have on the offensive side, you bring in Jalen Naylor, you bring in Tyler Linderbaum, you get him back from the Ravens. Incredible signings on day one. And the Raiders now have a chance to go from potentially the worst defense in the NFL last year to mid-tier or borderline top 11, 12 defenses in football.
Which is insane.
Yeah, they covered up so many holes.
And they did that all assuming they were losing Crosby.
Exactly.
Getting Crosby back, this could be
man.
a terrifying. This could be a top 10 defense.
Yeah.
Going from worst to potentially a top 10 unit.
Yeah.
And guess what? Max Crosby was a Raven for 12 hours, something like that.
He didn't sign any
Few
papers,
days.
but
Well, okay.
up in the air,
Max Crosby
he was a raver.
on his way to being a Raven for, was
raver.
it 2 days?
Dude,
Raven?
he was a raver.
Yeah.
That's why I accidentally said
was
that.
it for 2 days, maybe?
Not even.
I think
Not
it was
even?
2 days. He was planning on signing with the Ravens on the Monday. The Tuesday night was when it got announced that he failed his physical, and they were reversing the trade. And then he was a Raider on Wednesday.
Yeah. And so because of him failing his physical, the Ravens said, screw it. We'll take Trey Hendrickson instead. And then all of a sudden, their owner or their GM or whatever comes out. It's like, we planned on getting Crosby and Hendrickson. No, you didn't. You're a liar. You did not plan on doing that. It was just a fail-safe because you can't have Max Crosby.
They need to start planning on developing edges.
Yeah,
I mean, it has been sorry business over there.
It has. Something happened to the pass rush. It made no sense because they're so strong from their interior on the D-line, but their edges have lacked so hard.
What's the last edge that they developed, that they turned?
Terrell Suggs.
Yeah,
Probably. And Terrell Suggs retired 4 years ago. Like, he hasn't been a Raven for a while.
More than that.
No, because he won a Super Bowl with the Chiefs in 23. He was on.
What?
Yeah. Or was that 2019?
I don't think he won a Super Bowl in 23.
I could be so wrong.
He won a Super Bowl with the Ravens.
When did he play for the Chiefs? I'm sorry. 2019. He retired after 2019.
Okay.
7 years.
All right. So,
7 years ago.
Dude, that's
and he hasn't been in Baltimore for longer than that.
Dude, people that are in 2019, that were born in 2019, are now on like their Pee-wee football leagues.
They're 7 years old. So they're in third grade?
Yeah.
They're second grade.
They're in their T-ball phase.
Down
they're
in
in
Texas,
their T-ball.
they're playing Pee-wee football.
Yeah, they're in their Pee-wee
Texas.
T-ball phase, dude.
In Texas, they're eating.
here.
In Texas, they're eating porterhouses and drinking protein shakes, and they're doing cone drills until their legs.
It's like baby
cramp
Gronk.
up, you know, like,
It's like baby Gronk.
yeah, dude. But very, very crazy free agency. Lots of stuff to be excited about. I didn't even mention that Travis Kelce, the old man, is coming back. I'm so glad he's back. I'm sure some people aren't because that means one more year of Taylor Swift. I don't care. Travis Kelce was the best tight end in the AFC last year, and the numbers show it. He's got a lot of value, a lot left in the tank. I think it's just what do you have around him to help him out? Because last year he had no help. He was in the middle, getting double teamed still at 36 years old. Still had 800-plus yards, 5 touchdowns, almost 100 receptions. Had a great year. But then now you have other threats. And so
I thought they should have picked up Likely from the Ravens.
And I wanted Isaiah
that would have been
Likely.
a really nice.
And now he's
fit.
on the Giants.
Yeah.
Giants are going to be
pickup for the
great.
Giants.
Giants are going to be fantastic as well.
I don't know if
I
fantastic.
don't
That
think
is
that they're going to
not
be.
possible.
No, when I say fantastic, I mean like they're definitely going to be. This is the beginning of something special for them.
Could
I mean,
be, but has Harbaugh
new head
proved
coach.
that? Has Harbaugh proved that? It's been 13 years since he's done anything of note.
all he had was he hasn't had like superstar roster in my opinion.
The Ravens roster is one of the best on paper in the league.
Paper,
you have
they haven't done
two-time
anything.
MVP
Though.
should be 3-time
Name everything.
MVP Lamar.
Name anything that they've done. He's going
You
in
know
with
why
the
they haven't done
yeah,
anything?
but I don't think it's because of
They
him.
haven't done anything. No. They haven't done anything because Harbaugh is so addicted to the run that no matter how much they're losing by, he will continue to run against everybody, and it works. And then they play the Chiefs or the Bills in the playoffs, and they completely go away from the running game. They get scared because they think they got to shoot.
Yeah, they that 1 year where they were running the pistol like 60% of the time.
Yeah.
It worked. But they went away from it late in the season and they gave up their identity. I don't know how much I believe in
I believe in the Giants. I think it's going to
it's-
be good. I mean, you have a very young team.
No,
You
it's
have an
automatically-
amazingly young team.
Automatically an
And-
upgrade from last year, going from Dable to Harbaugh, obviously. But you now have your best receiver coming off an ACL tear. You have your running back coming off an injury. You have Jackson Dart coming off of a season that he frankly can leave with no confidence in because everything around him just went poorly.
Yeah.
And so now you're going to have to bolster the O-line. You're going to have to hope that Neighbors is the same. You're going to have to hope that Scott's the same. I mean, and then now you have a new head coach who's going to have to convince the team, like, you should listen to me, follow me.
But
it's
say
on
say
paper,
that
it sounds great.
Yes, but say that all those things do happen. Like
Yeah,
say
but that's
that
a lot
Malik.
of
No,
things.
say Malik comes back and he's still Malik. Say Scat comes back. He's
Do you
still
think he's
Scat.
going to get faster over that injury recovery process?
I mean,
He's
I
not
think
going to get
Scat-
faster.
I don't think
he's not going to ever get
I
faster.
think that injury to Scat was the worst thing that could have ever happened to him because he's not the kind of guy that he's not gonna improve very much in the NFL. He is what he is. He's entertaining. He's funny.
And he's tough. He runs hard as can be. But
that's only going to last for a few years before his body cannot take it anymore.
but that doesn't matter.
I
mean,
this is why I
it's
said-
how many games did he play this year? And then he got injured. The injury is obviously one of the worst things that possibly could have happened to him. He was playing at the top of his game. He was one of the best at the very beginning of the season. And now he gets injured. But say that he does come back and he starts playing exactly like how he did. And say Malik comes back, he starts playing better. And then you have Dart, who relatively wasn't playing awful ball. He was still playing pretty good. And then now you have Isaiah Likely. You have a amazing coach, maybe top 10 in the league. And you also have a very young defense as well. It's the best fit that the Giants have had in like the past like 10 years.
They've never had this much hope. No,
Exactly.
Not in
So
my
that's what
lifetime.
I'm saying is you have so much hope for a team that has had little to none. It's almost the same as like the Raiders situation where you're going from being one of the worst in the league to you're jumping all the way from 32 to like maybe 15 to like 13, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, that's again a lot of things that have to go right for them. You know, there's all the intangibles of, is this guy going to come back the same like we talked about? Is he going to perform? Are they going to buy into what Harbaugh wants to do? Because, I mean, you have a young quarterback now who's basically about to get put into a system where you're going to hand it off 30 times a game. And then now you got to develop the confidence to throw it to your receiver who just had a gruesome injury the previous season.
Well, now they also have Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, Darnell Mooney.
I know, but that's still still a better wide receiver than he's
Their
had.
best running back played 8 games
I don't know how
last
much
year.
better he is than Slayton.
Scat played 8
Than who?
games.
Slayton?
I mean,
Darius Slayton. I mean, he's not much better than him. Darnell
I
Mooney.
think he's a little better.
Darnell Mooney at one point was a very solid wide receiver 2-3. I don't know if he is that anymore. Even just a few years after signing with Atlanta, where I thought that was a phenomenal signing in Atlanta.
He played well in Atlanta. His career took a turn for the better almost.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen twice.
Yeah,
to
you're
many
going to
players.
ask Mooney to have a huge role this year with Neighbors
Usually
coming
those
back from
guys.
injury.
Usually those guys just.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, Scottaboo played 8 games this year. He played 8 games, and it wasn't pretty at all. I mean, he had a bunch of games with, 25, 15, 19, 16 carries, and he's not even breaking 100 yards. He got 3 touchdowns in a 5-game span where he's getting upwards of 15 carries or more.
what number of picks do they have?
Number of picks? They have the 4th pick in the draft, or no, the 5th pick in the draft. And like I said earlier, if I am the Giants, you're either going, you
building
have to
the
go,
O-line.
You have to go O-line, or you want to prolong Scattaboo. You want to give them another threat in the offense. I cannot possibly imagine why, if you're the New York Giants franchise, you don't want Jeremiah Love right now.
It wouldn't make any sense not to draft him.
Yeah, I mean, you have Harbaugh coming in, who is a run-first coach, and then you're pairing him with Scattaboo, and you're going to prolong Scat's career.
You let him just punch in touchdowns.
Yeah, and
you let him be a battering
that's
ram
what-
on the goal line.
Exactly.
Who's ahead of us?
Jeremiah Love is an incredible receiving back, by the way. You're adding another receiving threat who can help out with the fact that now you're going to rely on Darnell Mooney. I mean,
Who's ahead of them? Raiders?
It's the Raiders. The Titans pick at 4. I don't remember, but
The thing is this isn't a great
Now I
year
gotta look it
to need an offensive line.
it's not. It's
This
not.
is really not.
You got Raiders, Jets, Cardinals, Titans, Giants. So the Giants are going to have to hope that
So who
the
says
guy
that
they want.
none of those people choose him?
The Titans.
That's the problem.
I'm 90% sure the Titans are
Yeah.
taking Jeremiah Love. I'm 90% sure because then they're running back in their backfield right now. They've got Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears.
Yeah.
Obviously, they want to improve there. Tony Pollard's a good back, but he's
Mm-hmm.
not your franchise running back.
And he was a good back. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Is his career is based on being kind of a spark plug in Dallas and being electric. But he wasn't even that fast. He just ran hard. He
He kind of overperformed.
totally.
He absolutely did. And so I think it's without a question, I mean, that 3 or 4, Jeremiah Love could be gone. So if you're the Giants, what do you believe is your biggest necessity? I mean, why
Offensive
not
line.
O-line, or why not another receiver? Honestly,
Who's
why
the
not?
top
I'm
lineman
not
on
going.
on the board?
If I'm the Giants,
Proctor?
I'm not going
Is-
wide
you
receiver.
said who?
No, it's not Proctor.
Is it Fontenot? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
it is Fontenot.
Yeah, and I'm not even.
It's not a good enough name.
If you're the Giants,
Not
you
a good enough
absolutely
name.
do not go for a wide receiver. There's not even a question about it. You don't go wide receiver.
No, not
You
wide
you go
receiver.
offensive
Well,
line,
exactly,
no matter what.
exactly,
If you
but-
the only situation that I can see them not choosing offensive line at number 5 is if there's Jeremiah Love, and that's even like a should we?
Yeah.
He's a fantastic talent. He's going to do amazing things, and probably even amazing things for the league and running back systems all around the country. But it's like, do you go after that? Because you don't have the offensive line to do it. It brings it back to the question is, why would you go for like the Raiders? We always talk about it where you're going for Fernando, and he doesn't have that great of an O-line.
Manziel didn't
He's
have
not
a
going to do
line
much.
either.
Yeah, Manzo did not.
No, but you're completely right. They drafted Dart too early. You can't draft Dart to a big market like that without a line in front of him. He's just going to get killed.
yeah.
His team's going to get injured around him. It's not going to work.
Yeah,
You're basically just hoping the rest of your team can catch up quick enough, essentially.
their entire draft should be based around building the line, and then their entire rest of the offseason and free agency should be figuring out what they could do for the line.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it hasn't been their main focus
I
already.
think, yeah. But
It's
even
just hard to do. It's really difficult to build a line.
Fontenot's a very good alignment, but I think 5 is too high for him. He doesn't have enough value to go 5. So what do you want at that point? I think you gotta get Love because Scat's fun.
Trade back.
Or you trade back.
Yeah.
Shoot. Let us move up to 5. Why don't
Yeah,
you?
okay.
Why don't you? Let us move up to 5.
Yeah.
Scat's fun, but he's not your franchise running back. Like I know a lot of people love him. They're like, oh, he's so good. He's good.
How good is he compared to Brandon Jacobs? We were just talking about
my
him.
point. Yeah, Brandon Jacobs
not
would
as
run
good as
through
Brandon
Scatterbo.
Jacobs.
He would run through him.
Your pops yells at me when you tell me when I compare him.
I
to
couldn't
him, but he
believe-
runs like All-Star, and he puts his head
Stop.
down and he
Stop
runs.
it.
He runs
Scatterbo-
angry.
Scatterbo is not All-Star.
I'm
Like,
not saying
no.
that he's All-Star, but I'm saying he runs like All-Star. He runs angry and like
But
wants
so
to
does
bulldoze
every D
people.
lineman that gets an interception. Like they all run like that. Too.
Exactly.
Like, but no, Scatterbo is fun, and that's about where it ends. He's a very fun.
I
player.
think he's good. I
That's
think
where
we
it
need to
ends.
see more of him.
His career is gonna be over in 4 years, dude. He's not playing longer than 4 more years. I guarantee it. I don't see his body holding up for that long.
And we'll
The
see.
average running
Only
back
time
career is
tells.
what, 2.5?
Yeah, and he's got
Average
injured
running back
after
career
8
is
games.
2.5. He got a bad injury year 1,
Yeah,
and that's not a projectable play style.
yeah,
I think he's on his way out.
yeah.
I don't know.
And
We'll have to see.
And I hate it. And another thing that I seriously hate is the Alec Pierce deal.
Oh,
Awful.
yeah, god awful.
Awful. 4 years, 116
It's
million.
the biggest overpay I can remember.
Yeah, for a receiver that does nothing but run a
Like
vertical route.
Timofey
You don't-
Mozgov getting 60 million or whatever.
That was bad.
Yeah, you don't pay somebody, especially when your quarterback is also coming off of an Achilles tear.
Yeah.
You're not paying the guy who's a Hail Mary route.
Yeah.
It's that much money.
Yeah, and then
You
the
don't do
overpay on
that.
Daniel Jones as well. Awful deal. Awful deal.
Yeah,
When everything
I
has
thought
to
it
be
was 66,
perfect.
but it's 88.
Yeah.
That's a little bit too
You're
much.
giving Daniel Jones $44 million a year.
And it's only 2
Especially
years.
from a team that built around the line, like we've talked about. They built around their line. They put 3-4 first-round picks
Mm-hmm.
into linemen, and they've had this incredible running game with Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Why would you go away from that and spend all this money on a big play wide receiver instead of drafting a 4-2 guy or a 4-3 guy in the later rounds?
Yeah. I mean, and then after trading away Pittman, now the guy that gets Pierce open, that got him that contract, frankly, he's gone. So now you have Alec Pierce and what? And what?
This is going to be a huge prove-it season for him. I mean,
Yeah.
it's possible that he shows out. It's possible that that's Daniel Jones's guy, and that's why they're doing it, and that's the only thing I can see. But that wouldn't garner such a big contract.
Yeah, I cannot.
If that was the case, they would want to play together, and they wouldn't need such a big
I
contract.
can't think of any reason at all that you would pay a deep threat $116 million. You know, making what is it a year? I think
116 for how many years?
it's like
4?
it's like upper 20s a year.
Do you think he's
like
better
30.
than a prime Jeremy Maclin?
No,
No, he's not.
He's not a prime. He's not better than that. But I mean, the guys
It's
in the NFL that are
28.5.
$28.5 million a year. It's the
That's
most.
not-
It's
no.
the most money that a free agent wide receiver has ever gotten. Do you know
That's
that?
insane.
Alec
That's way
Pierce
too much.
Made the most money of any free agent wide receiver ever, and we've had huge names in free agency,
Yeah.
and they haven't gotten that. Alec Pierce got that. Terrible deal. Terrible to bring Daniel Jones back on the
Yeah.
deal they got.
Do we know who his agent is?
I don't know.
Pull it up.
Dude. It's
We're gonna
got to
give him
be
a quick shout out here
It's
on the
got
Pulse.
to.
The Jones deal, though, the only way that it makes sense is you don't have many other options at quarterback, and you just got a guy that basically proved himself. He's coming off the best season of his entire career, which wasn't saying much. I mean, he was with the Giants the entire time, but he was also on the deal that is I'm blanking on the name. He was on the tag where he's allowed to go reach out to other franchises and
unrestricted.
Unrestricted, yes. He's allowed to go look at other franchises. Maybe somebody gave him that deal, and the Colts were like, all right, we'd rather stick with the guy that knows our system and knows everything about us than go out and have to train a whole new guy.
But you got to think they're giving up. They had to let Kwity Paye go because of that, and that's a guy who's had 8.5 and 8 sacks the past 2 seasons, and is a very reliable edge rusher. To have to give that up for any wide receiver doesn't make any sense to me.
No,
You
yeah.
can get someone to run the route. You cannot get somebody to get pressure. It's not an equal trade.
What?
Wait, what? I was
time are we
talking
at?
26.
Okay.
I was talking Jones, not Pierce.
It's fine.
It's the same team.
Yeah. It's
No,
They
I
both
know.
they
I
gave
know,
two
but,
big deals to on the offense.
Yeah, I
How
don't
much did
think
they spend between Jones and Pierce?
88 and then one
and
114.
116.
116.
Exactly.
So
they could have spent how
over
much
two-
how
they
much
spent
was
over
Quiddy's
$200
contract?
million.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I
it
think
shouldn't
neither of
be
those
that
guys
much
are as
money.
good at their position as Quiddy Pay is.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know, shout out Mike Swinson and CJ LeBoy.
That's right.
That's his agent.
That's who's doing
who
it.
got him $84 million guaranteed on that deal.
That's crazy.
On that deal, he
That's
got
crazy.
$84 million guaranteed.
I mean, say that
Which
he
means
doesn't
got-
get injured.
which means basically he got 3 years of that contract guaranteed pay.
I mean,
he could
say-
tear his ACL and retire today.
Say
He's getting
that-
paid for 3 years.
That's what he should do.
Say that
For
he what is it called? He didn't get injured. That's where I start to see that deal being like
I don't see that deal
relatively.
if he didn't get injured. Hell no. Everything when things started going bad around Daniel Jones, when guys weren't performing, guys were getting injured, Daniel Jones looked awful. He looked bad. He went back into pumpkin mode. Giants Daniel Jones that we all know and love and made fun of, and he looked terrible. And
And you
so
remember when he fell over on that like 80-yard run?
yes, I do remember that.
You remember that,
That
Duff
was
man?
years ago.
That was
Dude, yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
That was so long ago.
And-
But that was so funny.
Yeah,
The two things that people remember most about Daniel Jones is that video and the picture of him with the bloody lip. That's it.
Yeah.
He's done nothing to warrant $44 million a year, and he's gotten that contract twice with the Giants and now the Colts. He's gotten those numbers, which is ridiculous because he's not good. He's
Yeah.
not good at all. He just had good things around him. The Colts started hot. All of a sudden, players get injured. They're not performing. The Colts miss the playoffs. Like, it's not a coincidence. Daniel Jones just is not your guy, and now you've put yourself in such a tough situation for 2 to 4 years.
It's a terrible situation to be in. Being a Bears
is.
fan, though, I don't have to deal with it. You know, we've got our guy. We got Caleb Williams, and we're able to put good pieces around him. We lost a big offensive line piece in Drew Dahlman.
Kobe Bryant. That was good.
Kobe Bryant's massive. I mean, that's a
Amazing
huge
pickup.
addition. Our safeties were probably our biggest weakness. And who is the
Devin
other one?
Bush.
Devin Bush.
Huge deal.
Massive addition, Devin Bush, because he's last year was a top 3 coverage linebacker in the whole game, and
Absolutely.
that defense is going to be totally transformed. It's going to look really, really good.
Well, you said Bears Super Bowl next year, and I think there is a team that would be willing to contest that is going all in for the Super Bowl this year. It's not the Rams, although this is what the Rams do every 3 years. They go all in. They say, screw the future. We're just going to try it this year. The Broncos made a big trade deal today with the Dolphins, acquiring Jalen Waddle, sending them a first-round pick, a third-round pick, and a fourth-round pick. So they sent them pick 30 this year, which means now the Broncos will not pick a player in the draft unless they trade up until pick 61. Or 62, sorry.
Nice.
There will be 61 guys gone before the Broncos draft unless they trade up. I think it was an absolute overpay. I think the Dolphins
I was going to say,
fleeced them.
how
I
did
think-
he get
yeah.
that kind of trade value?
Yeah, the Dolphins fleeced them. The Broncos sent over, or I'm sorry, the Dolphins sent over Jalen Waddle and a fourth. They swapped fourths, I think, and then they received their first round and their third round for Jalen Waddle, a guy who has not performed in 2 years. He's not been the same guy he was coming out of Alabama.
I think it was a good weapon to go out and get, but way overpay.
Certainly, it will benefit them because
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle will do well in that offense, I think.
Yeah.
But he's not worth a first, let
You
alone a
gotta
first
think-
and some.
You have to think about the offense he was in when he did well.
Yeah.
That was in that fresh McDaniels offense. That was when he just started sending everyone in motion, and he had
Yep.
Tyreek Hill on the other side.
They ran a college offense.
They ran a college offense. They
Big
led the league
12
led the
offense.
league in motion.
Yeah.
Pre-snap motion. And the league didn't know what to do
A
about
lot of RPO screens,
it. So
slants,
much.
you know,
It was
everything.
very exciting offense, but that's not what the Broncos do.
No, it's not.
And since then it stopped working.
Yeah.
They weren't able to do it nearly as much, and the efficacy went down.
Certainly, that's also a product of Tua being awful, Mike McDaniel being predictable, and Tyreek getting hurt. But Tyreek wasn't hurt 2 years ago. McDaniel wasn't completely awful 2 years ago or a few years ago.
And Waddle didn't do anything that jumped off the page.
Yeah, Waddle has certainly regressed as a Dolphin. And, you know, it's a solid pickup. He'd be a starting receiver for a lot of teams in the NFL, but worth a first? Absolutely not. Worth a first plus some? Absolutely not. And so I think the Dolphins absolutely won this trade. And the Broncos are all in now. They're in win now mode. They believe and they expect that they can get to the Super Bowl. Disagree.
It also
disagree.
brings up the question: are the Dolphins tanking?
Oh, of
I
course
mean,
the Dolphins
it's
are
been
tanking. Yeah.
a couple of years where everybody's been like, Dolphins are tanking, Dolphins are tanking,
Well,
Dolphins
yeah,
are
they're
tanking.
tanking.
I think now, without a doubt, they're tanking without saying. I
Well, of
mean,
course they are.
Well, you
yeah.
move on from your coach. I think it's smart. It makes all the sense. It's the perfect timing to make this Waddle deal and get the draft capital
Poor
back.
Malik Willis, by the way. He has nothing now. Nothing. Tyreek's gone. Waddle's gone. McDaniel's gone. All you have is A-Chain. And obviously A-Chain's amazing, but I don't think it's going to be that long before A-Chain's gone. If
seen the
you're
photo.
truly tanking, you're going to get up. You're going to get all the value you can for what you have. And A-Chain's going to definitely bring you a first-round pick. And he should. A-Chain's incredible.
You see the photo where it's what's the car? I'm not a car guy. It starts with a B. Not Bentley. Other one.
Buick.
No. The fancy car.
Oh, what?
It's the fancy car, and then it's in like a shithouse house.
Bugatti?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta-
the Bugatti in like
Bugatti
the
in the trap, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly what he's
yeah.
talking
Bugatti
about. I
parked
know
outside of a
exactly that
trailer
picture.
home. Yeah. That's essentially
him.
what that
That's
is.
him.
Yeah. If the Dolphins want to tank, then A-Chain's next. And I don't think it'll be long. Maybe he'll play there this year, but I don't think it'll be long before A-Chain's
Yeah.
gone.
I think it's also insane though the amount of picks that they have.
Yeah, they have a
They
lot
have
of picks now.
seven picks within the first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, so
That's
I
really
mean,
good.
it's an obvious scenario where you're like, shoot, take Waddle. I
exactly.
mean, if you have 7 picks in the first 3 rounds,
Yeah.
awesome.
And they had pick 30.
Yeah.
So now you have pick 11, pick 30, and then
Whatever
pick it up
else
here.
they
It's
have.
pick 11, pick 30, 43, 75, 87, 90, and 94.
I think this is the year that Jamison Williams overtakes Waddle as the better receiver.
You think so?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I agree. Jameson Williams has showed a lot of growth in the Lions offense.
And they've done so much development, like actively, like when like you see the coach talking about like, yeah, we're just getting this guy involved, and we want to see him like getting the reps, and he seems to fit that role really well.
I think he's having an early career arc comparable to Tyreek Hill, not necessarily what Tyreek did, because Jameson kind of started out as a gadget guy, a guy that they're just going to send deep and they're going to do all this weird stuff with, where Tyreek literally was a returner and then he became a receiver. But it's kind of a similar career path where Jameson Williams has developed into an actual NFL receiver over the past year or so, and I think that's pretty cool. And I'm still upset that the Chiefs didn't draft him. I wanted him so bad out of college. I thought his celebration was like so sick, dude. I wanted Jameson Williams.
I think best seller right now. Not biased or anything, but a Mecca going like this for the first down.
Yeah,
And then
it's
I
all right.
love that.
It's all right.
And then he was doing like a bunch for like every Marvel one.
Yeah.
Like I think I saw him go like this for one of them. It was cool. Ladies and gentlemen, in a world and a year where sports has become the forefront of this country's meaning behind the word freedom, you have the USA men's hockey team winning gold. You have the women's hockey team winning gold. You have the Paralympic hockey team winning gold. You have us landing in one of the top positions in the World Winter Olympics at number 3, which wasn't first, but it's still good.
FGCU
Now-
hockey playing for that D2 championship.
Exactly. All things America are turning up in 2026. And right now, today, tonight, on St. Patrick's Day in the year 2026,
8 p.m. on Fox Sports.
the World Baseball Classic. It is the day where dingers are hit, nukes are launched by Captain Aaron Judge, Bobby Witt, Harper, Schwarber, and a lot more names that
Captain
are bound to
Duffman
happen.
actually has got the nuclear codes, so he's
Yes.
he's going to be launching nukes.
We'll be watching.
in form of Aaron Judge, Roman Anthony. I am predicting a Roman Anthony home run tonight. I want it on the air.
That's a very
Roman
good pick.
Anthony home run tonight.
It's a very good pick.
Put it here put yes or no if it happened right here.
Shout out to Venezuela because you're about to lose to the U.S. twice in 2026. Just a little RIP, a rest in peace to the Italian team. I had big hopes for the Italians. I wanted them to win all the way up to the point to where until they played the U.S., they were right there, man. Right there. And Michael Garcia broke it open in the 8th last night against Team Italy. Beautiful shot to left field. Scored one. They went on to score another and won 4-2. Really, really broke my heart for the Italians.
That Venezuela team is playing with some togetherness
They are.
and cohesiveness. That's really admirable. I've heard that they're praying together before the games.
They are.
Good.
They are.
And that's something that it's hard not to root for them to at least in some respects. You know, That's an electric team. And Palencia, did you see Palencia on the close?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Did you see that?
No, I gotta sneeze.
Dude, he was turned up. Yeah.
Dude, it's coming.
Dude, it
Feels
was
like
an-
it's coming.
Those things,
man.
those were humming out. Those
were.
fastballs were humming.
Yeah, and I think it's tough to not be turned up and to not play amazing and play hard when you got Miggy Cabrera in the dugout screaming at you. You could hear him the whole game. He was, I don't know what he was saying. He was speaking Spanish, but dude, he
Every
was
chance he had, he was
screaming
screaming at the
entire
ump.
time.
He was
Yeah.
getting after it.
Dude, he was
Legend.
It's so good seeing Miggy Cabrera back into the game. Same thing with Albert Pujols with Team DR. That was super cool. And so Venezuela, you know, probably a team that not a lot of people thought would make it to the championship. I think it was pretty agreed upon that it was going to be the U.S. and Japan, or it was
Yeah.
going to be the DR and
I
Japan.
mean, you had. I feel like that was the last team on that side of the bracket that everybody thought was going to go. You had Japan, Italy, and Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
and then you had Venezuela.
Yeah.
That's how the conversations went.
Venezuela's got a lot of players, though,
Yeah.
man. They've got a lot. I mean, William Contreras catching behind the plate. You got Mikey Garcia at third. You have a lot of good pitching staff. What's his name? Aguila. Last night, I think that's how you say his last name. I don't remember. But he threw 2 innings last
Maybe
night.
Avila?
Scoreless. It might have been Avila. I don't remember. But screw it.
He looked good though. He had
did.
that sinker runs really hard. If
It
he can
does.
clean up that curveball hangs sometimes. That's his deal. Is if he can get that curveball not to hang,
Yeah.
he's really really good. And that's kind of at that stage, his stage in the career, that's kind of a dice roll, right? A guy like that, if you send him out there for two, 3 innings,
Yeah.
you just need that curveball not to hang because that USA team, dude, they're gonna hit it hard.
Oh, they will.
That's
They're-
the thing is that it's gonna take a really inspired pitching performance tonight to keep up with this USA team.
It's going to be a McLean on the bump for the USA team
Yep.
tonight. Which
Are you serious?
I hate, well, yeah, because Skeens through in
Yeah.
the semis, which I hate. I think they should have saved Skeens for the semis.
Well,
but
I
against
don't know.
the
You
DR,
played a big,
kinda-
you played a good,
kinda,
which
yeah.
he did fantastic.
McLean.
Mark
dude.
DeRosa is the dumbest man in sports. I hate him. He's a pigeon and a moron.
Yeah, McLean's going to be on the bump tonight. It's going to be, you know, they're going to have to play their hearts out on defense. It's a good thing though that they have a man at short that covers 1/3 of the earth. And his
That's the
name,
best shortstop in the world.
His
It's
name
not
is
even close.
Bobby Witt Jr., the best shortstop in the freaking world. I can't believe it was a question before the season started, and I think in the WBC he has shut that up. And that's my biggest takeaway of the WBC. The Royals are going to be damn good this year. The Royals players have dominated the WBC, whether it was Michael Garcia, Vinny Pasquantino, Jack Caglione, Bobby Witt, for God's sakes. They had a bunch of guys on the bump pitching. I mean, dude, big things coming. But, of course, like we just said, the biggest thing is that water covers 2/3 of the earth. And you know what covers the other third? Bobby freaking Witt.
And you got
Bobby
PCA
Witt.
in center.
Yeah.
PCA, you want to talk about covering a third of the earth? PCA is the best defensive center fielder I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, Sadon is right there beneath him. Shout out Cam Leonard. Shout out the Red Sox.
Shout out Lorenzo Cain, who really covered the other third of the earth. We all know this.
But PCA in center, he's playing with a lot of juice, and
He is.
he looks great in that USA uniform. He looks like he wants to be out there as much as anybody.
Yeah.
And this is a really exciting USA team. It looks like it's like a MLB The Show team. It's like a
Oh,
Diamond
it is,
Dynasty
yeah.
team.
Of course it is.
It's so cool.
It's when you turn on force trades on MLB 2K13 and you're managing a baseball team. You have it on rookie and you have force trade on. Dude, I have one of those teams on my Xbox back home where I think, if I remember correctly, I was playing this over Christmas. We're 123-0 right now. And I've got Stanton, I've got Salvi, I got everybody on that team. Bryce Harper, Mike Trout. Yeah, it's great.
the WBC is way better than the World Cup.
Oh, absolutely.
Just miles better.
Dude, yeah, I mean, it's playoff baseball, just, yes.
Then the
Well, for
World
America,
Cup-
for
America,
Americans,
yeah.
of course, we're
Not
biased.
for them, and just in terms of what you're watching,
Well, of course, we're biased, though. We are.
I like
That is
baseball
so-
way more
that-
than soccer.
well,
So I'm-
exactly.
I'm
Yeah, but that's
infinitely
biased. Yeah, no. Overall, World Cup is
the World
like,
Cup is pretty cool.
leagues ahead of World
World Cup
Baseball
is
Classic
cool.
right now. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I
Right
love the
now.
World Baseball Classic.
right
but
now, but baseball is becoming a big thing in other countries these days.
Yeah.
they're
never
developing
know.
a
Yeah.
love for baseball overseas. But what was I gonna say? Oh, the biggest thing for this game tonight in the WBC is the USA cannot spend 5 innings trying to get the offense going. They've got to jump
It's gotta
on
go
Venezuela
straight.
immediately. They got to jump on them because that's been a theme where they're getting in trouble because for the first 4 or 5 innings, no one can get on base. no one can
McLean
get a
looked
hit.
like garbage last time out.
he
I have
looked
no idea why
garbage.
he's back out there for the championship.
He
looked
threw
terrible.
against Italy, right? And Italy raked on him, dude. And Venezuela has the opportunity to score even more than what Italy did against us because they've got guys that aren't just going to
They
go
have a
1 for
scarier
4 with
lineup.
a bomb. They have guys that are stretching the field, hitting triples, doubles, and they have a lot of speed, very fast.
Mm-hmm.
So McLean's got to be on it. The offense has got to jump on him quickly, and we just need what's his name? You just said the manager's name.
DeRosa.
We need DeRosa to not be a freaking idiot tonight.
Yeah.
Not be an
Yeah.
idiot.
Something
which
that-
means you start Will Smith tonight, DeRosa, over Cal Raleigh, which I heard he was deciding last night who he was going to start today.
Cal Raleigh is a pinch hitter on this team.
Yeah.
And if he is not, DeRosa is more of an idiot than I thought he was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I heard after the game last night he was debating on who he was going to start tonight at catcher.
One of them is a switch hitter.
Yeah.
And you can use him situationally off the bench. Why would you not have your power switch hitter come off the bench and use him when you need him?
Because the big dumper. The big dumper.
He had too good of a season last
the big
year.
dumper is 0 for 9 in the WBC.
He's due for regression, and I mean, obviously, you can't back up a 50-homer season from the catcher spot.
Yeah.
And having too good a season in baseball can be really bad for you. It can be really, really bad.
And of course, other than the WBC, which is going to be awesome, I hope that everyone watches it, and I hope that next time we record, that we can talk about how the USA is champions once again.
It would be great.
It's been a long time since they were champions in the WBC.
It'd be great if we won. We go from winning hockey Olympics to winning World Baseball Classic to having the World Cup in America.
Yeah,
Maybe get a dub on that.
Sports,
maybe not.
Specifically, sports. America is up.
Oh, yeah.
Not in other
By
areas.
far.
America is not super up right now. But because the gas was $4 at the 7-Eleven on Tamiami this morning, that sucked. Anyway,
It's not that bad, dude.
dude, $4 for $4 a
You
gallon.
have gas. We
Yes.
are actively bombing oil sites, bro. We are bombing oil reserves.
That's a good
We
point.
set Tehran on fire. Gas is $4,
That's
dude.
true.
Wah!
That's a
You
good point.
paid $40 to fill up your tank.
That's a good point. Okay, well, no, the World Baseball Classic has been awesome. The championships tonight, but something even better is coming, and that's because March is here. March Madness is here. It's the greatest sport on earth. The greatest playoff sport of all time is March Madness. I won't hear out any other arguments.
We exist in the very best time of the year right now. It's bracket season.
Yeah, bracket season.
You get to rack your brain. You get to pick some picks.
Yep.
Pick some teams. You got the Johnnies.
I got the Giants.
I got the boys in
Hopefully.
blue.
I have the
And-
boys in blue as well.
Yes, and not
Kansas
the
is
other
going
ones.
nowhere. Kansas is going nowhere. Sweet 16 at best. It's at best, dude.
I'm
I
looking
want
forward
to.
to
I
this
just
so
want to
much.
see. I want to see some Zuby and Patino.
You
I
know
want to
what?
see some Red Storm.
While I'm a little scared of Zuby against anybody not named Kansas, I wish Zuby would try his luck against Badunga. I wish he
Yeah.
would. Dude, Zuby, if we play you guys in the second round, which we're going to,
I can't wait. I
Be a
can't
crazy
wait.
matchup, dude.
I can't
What are you
wait.
coming over to Nate's for that?
I'll do it.
Badunga's
Yeah.
dominating Zuby on every facet of the game. I'm telling
I
you
got
right
a
now.
feeling, dude.
He's the best
I got a
defender
feeling.
in the country.
I thought it last year, but last year was kind of just like, oh, St. John's is in the tournament. That's pretty cool. Grew up watching them. That's pretty sick.
He says it like this
Now-
as if he wasn't literally every day St. John's is going to win the championship. He's being modest now.
No.
Last year it
Now
was St. John's winning
Now
the
it
championship.
is St. John's is going to the chip. We're gonna have rings on fingers in Queens,
Even
dude.
if you go to the championship, then what? You're going to play Michigan and you're going to lose by 30 to Lindenborg and the boys? Come on. All right.
Don't worry about
I
it.
can't
Don't
There
do
worry
will be
about it.
a
chance, no
pulse.
chance,
There
no
will be
chance.
a pulse
No
bracket
chance.
up, so we will have that up
Yes,
and running. We're
that
gonna
will
do
be
a
on the
little-
Instagram.
We're going to do a little reward system if you play.
If
I've got to
you-
get to class.
If you end up beating one of us three, you get a spot right there next to the Hogster. You get it right there for an episode
Next-
of your choosing. You get to choose what you want to talk about.
Co-host for the day. Yeah, that's
Next
you get
to
host
Mr.
for the day.
Humongous.
Yes. You get host for the day on the Pulse and maybe an Urban Buzz gift card.
Ladies
think
and
that's a little
gents, lots of love. If you ain't a dog, you're dog food. Thanks for watching.
Catch us also if this episode is out before Thursday. We will be at the Eagle Radio Music Festival. There will be a prize for there. You will be handed a prize. It will be a relay race. It is Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Kansas City Chiefs relay race. So be there. Yeah.
Type.
Or
I
be
gotta,
square. Go
I gotta
blue.
walk from the library all the way to Southern. Shout out.
On the hill we came.